little more time. Whatever it is, remember, challenges don't define you, but how you rise to meet them. Staying connected to your dreams, that's how you break free from limits. Get unlimited data plus up to 6-hour battery backup to keep you connected without interruptions on Airtel 4G 5G Smart Connect. Visit the nearest Airtel shop to find out more. Airtel, a reason to imagine.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Morning Crossfire.
This is Morning Crossfire on 95.1 Nigeria Info.
Welcome back. It's still the newspaper review this morning on the Morning Crossfire at 6:27 a.m. with time to get to your reactions. The phone lines are open and you can also join the conversation on Facebook and on YouTube at Nigeria Info Abuja. Good morning.
Good morning, Angelic Gabriella. How are you today?
Very well, thank you. You're welcome.
The name is ESB Chimaidika calling from Airport Road.
Go ahead.
The only headline that caught my interest is this insistent power grid collapse. And there seems to be no consequences. It's like this present administration is in love with this high level of ineptitude being exhibited by the current Minister of Power. Else, I don't know why this should be 1-2 million and nothing seems to be happening. And nobody just realized. But in any case, no problem. I just pray that most people will be lucky enough to switch to solar. And then we'll just call their bluff very soon. That's just all I have to say. Thank you.
All right. Thank you as well for sharing your thoughts. Good morning.
Good morning once again, Angelica, bro.
Good morning. You're welcome.
I remember Mustafa Abubakar Ali Babang Ali. I'm calling from TW Kubwa.
Go ahead.
See, during the of January, February, there was this there was this agreement reached between the SGF and the Labour that the tariff. Hello, can you hear me?
Go ahead.
Hello, yeah.
Go ahead. I can hear you.
This agreement that the already implemented tariff hike they should hold on until when other grey areas are ironed out. Now the telco hurriedly now on Wednesday, or was it Tuesday, increase the tariff. So I don't know. Maybe the telco are government of their own now. I don't understand. I don't really understand. I don't understand how Labour allow herself to be turned into a toothless bulldog that can only bark. In fact, it doesn't have the strength to back now. Honestly. And that 50% is the highest cap they said. It should not be more than 50%. I still ask Gabriella, is 50% of 2,000, 6,000? Thank you very much for the wonderful opportunity.
Thank you as well. I mean, you're not the only person. A lot of Nigerians have been expressing concern with the strength of the NLC, especially in light of the recent happenings in Nigeria and their cause of action. But do you think perhaps this may be a different turn as opposed to what we've been experiencing so far with the NLC? Good morning.
Good morning, Madam beautiful Gabriella of Nigeria Inform. Morning, ma.
Good morning. You're welcome.
How was the night?
Very well, thank you. How was yours?
Fine. This is your lovely brother from North Central part of Nigeria. I live in Kuba Federal. I get my lovely brother Manu Salasi and Wana Bakari and Omotayo and Ola Folubi. Arewa Kozo from Blast APC chairman Ganduji. They no vacancy. I saw between the seven. I want to tell Nigerians and SF they should forget about it. Ganduji, by special grace of God, power belongs to God, and the thing will shock them because Nigerians cannot continue with government that have sympathy for the followers. Government that have sympathy for followers. Government cannot listen to followers. You want to see that's reform bill. I watched it yesterday when House of Rep the tax reform. The majority of Nigeria, they don't want this thing. And they say, Mr. Ahmed Tinubu, he didn't listen to anybody. By social grace of God, 2027 will shock them. Thank you. Take this one, my lovely sister.
All right. Thanks for sharing your thoughts. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. You're welcome.
Good morning, Angel Gabriella. I greet my liberal brother Malang Haruna from Kukwa, Abubakar from Kokolada. I want to talk about our gallant men. They are giving this terrorist woto, and their days are numbered. Then come to the issue of NLC, calling Nigerians to boycott. I will not boycott anything. I remember when they said subsidy was gone. What did the NLC do to Nigerians? When this national grid electricity tariff was increased, even when the national grid keep collapsing every day, now you just read that national grid collapsed again. What do? They didn't see anything. They're just like what my brother said. They are just like a dog that can only bite, but they cannot bite. Even this one cannot bite. You know, the one that can bark, it can make you get afraid and say, maybe something must be done. But this one cannot even bite. So for them calling Nigerians to boycott, I am not boycotting anything. That is it. We don't have NLC in this country. So that's the situation that we find ourselves now. We should not take it. We are all into it. PDP, APC, all of us. We are feeling the heat together. Thank you.
Thank you as well for sharing your thoughts. Good morning. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, you're welcome.
Yeah, how are you again?
Very well.
How's your night?
Very well, thank you very much.
Okay. We'll join the line, the next president.
Welcome, Ojo. Go ahead.
Yeah, NS is telling us that we should boycott the MTN, Glo, and Airtel. That advice cannot work. You cannot tell private people to shut down their business from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. This is not a government word that whether you work, you don't work, you are going to receive your salary. What you're supposed to do, they are afraid to do that. Now they're advising us to go and do shut down or to boycott, or they want to shut down the marks. That is not the solution. They're supposed to uphold government to rise on before now. So this advice can never work. So in private sector, if they don't know, you don't work, you don't get paid. There are some people that is using internet 24/7 to accomplish their daily tasks. So they shut down between 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. How are they going to submit their work for the day? So for me, that is not going to work. And for the military guys, I give them kudos. Let them continue to destroy those terrorists. And I believe before the end of the year, I think the citizen will have a rest. Thank you very much.
Thank you as well. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts. I mean, another concern really is if you're asking Nigerians to boycott these operators, what is the alternative? Are you saying, Nigerians should stay disconnected, or is there an alternative to staying connected and staying in communication and being active on the internet? What is the alternative? So it's kind of tricky when you say, boycott these operators in a bid to get them to reverse the hike in tariff prices. What is the alternative out there for Nigerians? Good morning. Hello, good morning.
Gabriella.
Good morning, you're welcome.
Good morning, Angel Gabriella. Thank you. This is Gozamax call.
Welcome, Gozamax. Go ahead.
Yeah, there is no alternative when you boycott this service delivery. As for Ajero is expired. As the NLC chairman, Ajero is a very big mistake. The negotiation that took him to the villa to negotiate the minimum wage for Nigerians Whatever he took from those people is what is haunting him. From the federal government is what is haunting him. Yeah. So if he were responsible enough, the best thing for him to do now is to resign and apologize to Nigerians and confess his sins, because it's very dangerous to betray these people, Nigerians. You know, the civil servants, people who are working for peanuts because you have negotiated their destiny with the politicians, sold them out. So that blood money is what is haunting Nigeria, and this is just the beginning.
Even though,
it's going to see more and more.
Again, that is based on an assumption. But even if that were the case, does that gate whatever work they may be trying to do right now with the telco operators? Remember, these hike in tariff prices affects us all, not just select few.
Yeah. So, but the negotiating for the public is the NLC and trade union. You understand? But you see, sold us out. Nigerians are left high and dry. There is nothing we can do, except if we may decide out of a kind of spontaneous outburst that we're not going to take it as a people, not organized process. So if it bites us hard and we decide on strike without involving the labor, then maybe God will hear our prayers, our outcry. But to put the labor in front of us and be counting on them at this point in time, then it means we are not reasonable. We are not being reasonable.
Do you think that's even possible to organize some kind of strike action without the labor involved?
Angel Gabriella, anything organized in this country as a kind of protest will not work, except a kind of revolution. Revolution in the sense that every Nigerian feels is so tough that he cannot breathe again. So there is a spontaneous outburst of expression of that anger and frustration. That's the only thing that will work out.
All right.
But any step to organize, it will never work out, because the government will counter it through different shenanigans, through different means. And then the labor is not there to help the people, to work for the people. You understand?
All right.
So the thank you.
Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts. Let's get to your comments now on Facebook. Remember, we're streaming live on that, so you can watch us live as you drop your thoughts. Good morning to you, Eddie Basso, watching live from Abuja. He says, where's Dikini Toto? Dikini Toto is on the side, 12 o'clock to 12 to 3 p.m. on the sunny side. Turning it down for Swat, who will be back to work soon. Evans Mega, good morning. He says, I like your T-shirt. It looks very nice. Thank you. Thank you. Good morning to you, Chiemeka G. Edwin. Good morning, Anthony Emenogu. Thank you so much for watching. Edwin says, which way Nigeria? God heal our leaders' mentality. Nwachuku Kennedy Chinedu from Okukwa. Hope I pronounced that correctly. Omohu Okwato. He says, good morning, everyone in the studio. The call by NLC urging their workers and Nigerians to boycott telecom services cannot and will never be the solution. Hope the NLC is not doing the needful. And that is why things are going wrong in this country on a daily basis, because they failed woefully in all ramifications, choosing to be deceived by the brown envelope instead of being the mouthpiece of Nigerians. It's highly disheartening and quite unfortunate, is what he says. Mwazu John Lasisi from Jigo Buhari says, on the tax reform bill that passed second reading, that is the hallmark of this administration. The power grid has collapsed again. It has never been up before because we don't even know the difference when it's okay. Oh, wow. Abdul Kadir Gambo Mohammed, good morning. I did. Thank you so much, and I hope you did as well. Chugozie Ono says, good morning, Info family. He's watching live from Uburu in Ebonyi State. He says, House of Reps divided over tax reform. I know very well that our presidents must surely succeed. God help Nigeria and Nigerians, is what he says. Dr. Mrs. Uma Olebara from Owerri says, parents should monitor what their children do on Valentine's Day. because our youth have abused this day, setting it aside for all forms of immoral acts. Visits to all hotels, restaurants, sports joints, parks, shopping centers will convince every doubting Thomas. I charge families to make this year's vow extra special for them. Let every member learn the history of St. Valentine, because many do not know the spiritual meaning. Discover fun and inexpensive ways to show those important people in their lives just how important they really are to you. Thank you so much for that timely reminder. We'll get back to Facebook shortly. On YouTube, good morning to you, Hafsat Moazu. He says, we really need a state of emergency in our health sector. We're tired of all the hike in whatever they're putting it. And good morning to you as well, Michael from Kubwa. He says, this is the worst NLC in the history of Nigeria. On YouTube, do we have some comments on Facebook? We do. Again, I will say, when you're sending in your voice notes on WhatsApp, please keep it to 1 minute. I will not be playing any voice note that is longer than 1 minute. I'm saying a voice note of 2 minutes, 21 seconds. I will not even play it at all. So if you're sending in a voice note, please keep it to 1 minute long. Anything longer than 1 minute, I will disregard. Let's see. All right. This here says on WhatsApp, CBN hike ATM charge to 100 naira from fuel subsidy removal, electricity hike, school fees hike, food hike. How can the masses survive? If you know, then you understand, is what St. Jude from Guagualada says. And this here says, good morning once again. I totally agree with the Labour Congress. Nigerians should all reject the incentive of these telcos. Nobody is threatening El Rufai. I believe El Rufai and Amechi are only bitter because it's no longer business as usual. If they were to be in government, you will not hear them saying anything. Oludade Abiodun sent that in. And Fitzgerald from Airport Road says the national power grid collapsed again. APC has successfully succeeded in turning this country into one local government in Kenya. And they are preparing to run again in 2027. No conscience is what Fitzgerald says. And this year says the fuel subsidy removal and 70% naira devaluation has devastated Nigeria's economy, impoverishing millions. The government fails in education, health, security, and basic services, forcing citizens to fend for themselves. APC thrives on self-praise while reality worsens. How much was the exchange rate when PBAT took over? Telecom tariff hike exacerbates poverty, education, health, and further worsens livelihoods. However, it's a positive development that the NCS has decided to suspend the 4% FOB charge with the hope of further consultations with relevant stakeholders that will thoroughly consider all factors, ultimately leading to a decision that benefits all Nigerians. Wale Fatuna sends that in. Thank you so much for sharing. A few more messages on WhatsApp and we get back to the phone lines. Mr. Sam from Maraba says, good morning, Gabriella. It's unfortunate as the national grid collapses again. Also, the tariff hike should be reconsidered and the 100 naira charge and 20k withdrawal is on the high side. Please, Nigeria, please allow us to breathe. You're suffocating us. That's what Mr. Sam says. This one here says, hike in everything. It's emanating from corruption. However, anywhere an APC member wins an election, this time it's rigging because no Nigerian can vote an APC due to the abject poverty, bad economy, insecurity and hardship we are facing. Opulent from Buhari shared that with us. Let's quickly listen to this voice note and get back to the phone lines.
Good morning, Gabriella. My name is Hassan from Marava. Please, I want to talk about police in Marava. Please, we should help us. Call IG or Police Service Commission to call on the DPO in Marava because they have turned Okada and Keke to something else. They have extracting money from Keke and Okada. They will arrest you, take you to the Can Line Park, hand it over to Agboro. Then you pay 5,000 and then take you to their rented shop, they call office, and you pay 3,200 for Okada. This is what police are doing in Amarawa. Sometimes they will carry keke, load themselves inside, then to use it to block Okada, then block you or they will collect your machine. That is what they are doing in Marawa right now. Please, people should help us. Call on the IG. and other relevant to stop this criminal act by the police force.
All right, thank you for sharing that voice note. I'm going to take note of that and probably have that forwarded as well, so that something is being done in that regard. Back to the phone lines now. Good morning.
Good morning, ma.
Good morning. You're welcome.
Yes. My name is Gabriella.
Welcome. Go ahead.
Good morning to the listeners of Nigeria. I want to take on the hike in tariff. When the Labour say Nigeria should boycott, maybe when they get option, if at all the previous leader that sold Nitel off allow us with Nitel, upgrade the Nitel, Nigeria could have an option. Now, the pay TV, if anything happens and then to hiking their distance, what alternative did Nigeria have? The MTA is there, so very down. I didn't know what is wrong with our leaders. Being in a leadership position is to provide solution and succor to your citizens, not to put them in abject poverty. And why are we concerned? We concern Nigeria like I, is for the leaders to do the right thing. History, we have it. The way we are calling on some leaders that sold up the property of this country in the name of privatization, and some people are still calling them. We will not forgive them. That thing will still remain in our mind because they are the one that put Nigeria into this abject problem that we are.
All right.
Without no any option to switch up to another thing in case this one that they brought is not working. And to the northern group, I keep repeating, no region can brag any region. No region can single-handedly. Let's say a president, the way this president is from Southwest, if the whole Southwesterner voted for him, he cannot be president. If they brought a Northerner, if the whole Northerner voted for him, he cannot be president. So he has to have 2/3 of 35 states, and there's no any 35 states in any region. So let no one be disgraced. All. Now cooperation, they make rice full pot. All of us need each other as long as we are in Nigeria. So no any region should brag to any other one.
All right.
When it comes to politics. They all need each other. That is my take. No any region should be bragging that they must not lie. When you come to politics, then go show they know themselves very well.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts. Good morning.
Hello?
Good morning. You're welcome.
Yeah, good morning once again. This is Barista.
Go ahead.
Yes, I just want to say that this current collapse of the national grid, the national state, it shows that we're not serious as a people. Look, the Electricity Act of 2023 has intensely liberalized the power sector to the extent that state government, local government, even individuals can now generate power. So why do you have to rely on national grid to supply power? We can. But rely on Port Harcourt, but rely on KG. Why can't we have separate power supply in the city and in all the states? That's what actually okay, basically like United States of America. I know Washington is just supplied by Maryland power station. And aside from that, we must be able to invite massive foreign investment in the power sector. And I'm sure many companies all over the world are interested in investing in Nigeria. Then aside from that, we must actually exploit other sources of power supply. Apart from this turbine, have solar that can supply our needs as a people. It's because we're not serious. Please, I'm begging this government to look at this Electricity Act that has liberalized the power sector and implement it politically. And I know it can be done. It must be done. It must be done. My name is Tata.
All right.
God bless all of us. Thank you very much.
Thank you as well for sharing your thoughts. Ima Musa Chori is watching us live from Aso on Facebook. Busayo David says, good morning, Gabriella. On Ganduje saying APC will win in Anambra. The APC as a party knows how they do their things through INEC, supported by the judiciary. Busayo David says, Mary John, still on Facebook, says, God help our nation, Nigeria. Peter Asu says, good morning. Who is in charge of Nigeria? NLC says 5%, FG says 50%. Telcos went to increase 100%, and Nigerians are just crying and wailing. What really is weakening Nigerians? Peter Asu, thanks for sharing that on Facebook. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. You're welcome.
Yes, on this issue of the trending issue, the increment and in tariff. I don't want to say anything that is unprintable. Otherwise, this our NLC. I mean, you can't be backing and not biting, because this is what NLC has been doing. You remove fuel subsidy. That is when they got it all wrong. When fuel subsidy was removed, they should have insisted that the government should have that removal of fuel subsidy. They allowed it. Even when they negotiated for the minimum wage from 615,000 to 70,000, even now, they have not implemented the minimum wage. I know I have friends. I'm not a civil servant, but I have friends who are civil servants. They just added 30,000, some 40,000 to their salary. They have not started paying it. Even in Abuja here, I'm telling you. Then how do you expect people to boycott they are calling for boycott of all these tech companies? Even the information, I got it from the same social media, which uses data from those. Can he say openly, honestly, that he himself will boycott these telecoms? How will he conduct his meetings? How will he make cuts? How will he make? You can't do that. So they got it all wrong. These NLS, I don't want to say they are the worst, but they are not doing what they're supposed to do.
All right. Thank you so much for that. We'll go on a commercial shortly. After the commercial, I'm going to come back to take as many comments and voice notes I can on WhatsApp. But let's quickly squeeze in one message. This one here says, since the breaking of the Labour Congress into two groups, it has become difficult for them to act and protect the interests of the people. Can Labour enforce the boycott of telecom services? The answer is no. Hygienist Ojeba sent that in from Abuja. We're going to a quick break for the commercials, and when we return, I'll take the comments, voice notes on WhatsApp, the comments on Facebook, as well as the comments on YouTube. Don't go away.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info.